Watch their eyes, their concentrated eyes, dedicated eyes, tough eyes. This is Mary Lou Retton of the United States. She's the leader by 15 1/100ths of a point coming to the final phase. The columnist Jim Murray calls her Pete Rose in a leotard. It's pretty accurate because this is a tough young lady at age 16 out of Fairmont, West Virginia. 4 feet 10, 94 pounds. She takes a size 3 shoe. But make no mistake, this is a competitor. Her father was before her, backup guard in basketball at West Virginia University behind Jerry West. She's a good arm wrestler, this girl. And she won't shake under the pressure tonight. That's Mary Lou Retton. Ekaterina Szabo of Romania shouldn't shake either. After all, she and Mary Lou have had the same trainer. Bela Karolyi started this girl at age 5. She first emerged at the 1982 Junior World Championships in Turkey. And last year at the World, she had 5 perfect marks of 10. Szabo. Julianne McNamara is tied for 3rd, trails the leader by less than 4/10ths of a point. This is a very smart girl, an honors graduate of Marina High School in Huntington Beach, California, just last year. But she's a very brave girl, too. She'll take more chances, probably, than anyone else in the competition tonight. Queen Julianne of the Netherlands named a rose after her. Laura Cutina of Romania is tied with Julianne for 3rd. The smallest of the leaders, 4 feet 8 1/4 inches tall and weighs just 70 pounds at age 16. She was a late starter, you might say, in this sport. Didn't begin until she was 8. Second to Mary Lou Retton in the American Cup at Madison Square Garden this spring. Yes, it's a tough and dedicated group that goes at it tonight.
Watching Kathy Johnson of the United States on the uneven bars in the all-around competition.
And so far, Jack, she's moving very well. Good form, impeccable leg form, actually. And her giant swings here, getting ready for her dismount, a double twisting flyweight. She knows she's hit.
Kathy Johnson. These are the 36 gymnasts from the compulsory and the optionals. They're divided into 4 groups of 9, and each group makes 1 full rotation on the 4 pieces of equipment, performing 1 optional exercise on each. Kathy Rigby McCoy, nice landing.
Nice landing, good complete exercise, no form breaks, every move was extended. That's just what she wants.
Now on the balance beam, there are four things going on at once here, and from the People's Republic of China, this is Cho Ping.
One of the nicest things about the Chinese team is they have terrific form. Watch this mount. Round off back handspring, a new particular ball, the round off to the board, right into a back handspring to the straddle position. They have very good form.
A 9-9 for Kathy Johnson on the uneven bars.
Starting off strong. The flexibility that the Chinese have is just incredible. More so than any other country. They can split those legs. Their back arches a great deal. There's a back handspring to a layout. Light little bobble there, but not much because of the difficulty level. Only about a 1/10 of a point at the most. The routine should move from one difficult element into a dance move. Fluidity is important here. And so far, Zhou has it. Concentrating on her aerial walkover now, you saw that she had good height over the balance beam. Shoulders, hips, and legs should be right in line. Now they shouldn't pause too long. You see her arms continue to move because if they stop too long, there's a deduction. And she's getting ready for her double back dismount. Perfect landing.
Cho Ping, China. A very nice balance beam performance. The music you're listening to is from the floor exercises, not from the balance beam. There are 4 things going on here at once, so you'll be hearing some applause. And we're going to look now from our slow motion camera.
And this is the aerial walkover. Look at how high her shoulders. She just kind of steps over her body with every part of her body in line. Let's take another look at that dismount. She fits both feet onto the balance beam. That beam is only 4 inches wide, so you can see that it's very easy to slip off, but she doesn't, and she is right in the air at the right place in the tuck position and lands extremely well. Now just waiting for her score again.
Yes, well, Julianne McNamara of the United States will be next on the balance beam. She's in the same group with Ekaterina Szabo and Simona Palka of Romania, who are, along with their teammate Laura Kutina, the strength here.
The only advantage to having beam as your first event is that you get it out of the way. It is the most difficult event when you're nervous. And as you remember, in the team competition, Julianne got up and had almost 8 minutes to wait before she could compete. But under the right circumstances, Julianne knows how to deal with the nerves.
There's Zhou Ping, who's from Beijing, 16 years, 90 pounds of her, and Julianne waiting again. The other night she was saying had that long wait and fell off.
Well, at least she doesn't have to wait on top of the podium. She can move around a little bit more when she's on the ground. Once you step onto the podium, it's a little bit difficult to warm up. But here is the judges' conference. Once again, when there is a discrepancy between the two middle scores, there is always a conference.
Meantime, the floor exercise has begun. The music you can hear, and here it is.
Ma Young-hung. And Ma has performed, was the first woman from China to win a world championship medal on the uneven bars, and now she's performing very well so far on the floor exercise. This has been a weak event for the Chinese in the past because of their tumbling skills. Not a great deal of strength, but they've improved. And you should particularly watch the toe point and the flexibility that the women from China have.
They're looking at the all-around competition. This is girl against girl. They're looking for the best woman gymnasts here at these Olympic Games. They will each perform one exercise on each of the apparatus, and at the end of the evening, whoever has the most points will get the gold medal.
And Ma's last tumbling run should correspond to the difficulty of the first run. A little bit low on that landing, still a little bit weak in the area of strength, but the dance is good, and the flexibility is sure there.
21 years old, Ma Yan-hung, 5'1", 90 pounds. That's a 9.80 on the beam there for the other
Zhou Ping.
Zhou Ping. And now Julianne McNamara will go on the balance beam.
Julianne starts with a press to a handstand. Usually this is a mount that you can control fairly easily. She goes into a one arm, and this is where she had trouble during the team competition. Here she goes into her press. Tough event to start first. Now she knows she has to control this. Get her concentration together. She didn't hold it very long. I know that her coach Bella Caroli was counting her in practice to hold it at least 3 seconds. But when you're under this kind of pressure, sometimes that's difficult to do. Big break, at least 3 or 4/10 of a point.
We have a microphone on Bella Carodi. Maybe he'll be commenting on this.
There's 2 back handsprings in a row. Now here's another handstand Julianne does. She works very well on her hands. Watch this, a planche. And she goes into a back hip circle out of this. That particular move she always has under control. And here's another back handspring, gainer back handspring actually. Shoulders, hips in line with the balance beam at all times. When you get them out of order, that, as you can hear Bella there, he says stand up.
How many people do you have?
And a double twisting dismount. In the entire routine.
This one and one more.
And there are Julianne's parents looking on.
And it will make sure.
Let's take a look at the break again. Kathy?
The tumbling moves they're now doing are so incredibly difficult when you have nothing to hold on to. It looks like she's right on, but she lifts her shoulders up. And there she goes. And that little touch on the balance beam there, she didn't quite grasp the beam with both hands, so it will not be a full point, but at least a 3/10. Let's see if her hips and shoulders are in line. She kicked her foot directly over the beam. It looked like she was right on, but obviously I think her last foot as it came down threw her off. And that's too bad because the rest of the routine was very good.
Waiting on Julianne's score. Julianne's score, and while we are, we'll report to you that Ma Yan Hung got a 9.3 only on that floor exercise.
Now, Julianne on this double twisting dismount was a little bit to the side of the beam. She should be directly behind it. Let's see how much the judges take off in direction.
And the music starts for the next floor exercise while Julianne waits.
In this kind of competition, you really can't have any major breaks.
And the parents waiting, more apprehensive perhaps than Julianne herself.
I recall that my parents, they hated watching. They almost looked away every time I competed, and you can bet they do that too.
Well, we're told that Laura Cutina of Romania, who is tied with Julianne McNamara coming into this competition for third place, just got a 9.9. And Julianne gets 9.55. So that tie has been quickly broken on the first apparatus. Next up on the balance beam will be Romania's Ekaterina Zalbo.
During the team event, she received a 9.95 coming off a fall on the bars. You could tell that she was mentally strong, and she begins with a straddle press mount, which is very secure for the most of the time.
Makes it look so easy.
Look at the split, and watch this planche. Shoulders over the beam, and she counterbalances with her legs. Talk about strength.
This is the young woman that Bela coached when she was 5 years old.
Must be interesting for him to watch. Now watch this. 4 back handsprings. Let's see if she throws off 4, and she does.
Oh, solid.
Incredible tumbling series. This is the kind of acrobatic series that is a requirement, although you don't always have to do 4 back handsprings. It can be one of many acrobatic moves. You can see that she's aggressive on the beam. She doesn't hold back or try to control things too much, which can sometimes throw you off more than if you just let go and concentrate. Back handspring, back layout, solid. Very interesting back walkover sequence there. If Ekaterina can nail this balance beam routine, she has her most difficult event out of the way. And of course, Mary Lou has the balance beam yet to come.
She's looking very confident.
Yes, she is. And that's going to be hard to beat.
Laura Zalbo of Romania.
She's happy about that, obviously.
Say she has everything. Grace, speed, concentration, stage presence, and strength. The second Nadia, they call her, and here is the first, the one and only, Nadia Comaneci, looking on as her heir apparent. Performs very solidly here on the balance beam.
Yes, she does. Let's take a look at those. Let's see if this is the 4 back handsprings. This beam is 16 feet long, and to fit 4 back handsprings is very difficult. The timing and the height of the back handspring are critical. And let's take a look at that dismount. You can see she lands both feet on the beam, and she goes over the beam in her double back, which is pretty tricky because if you're too close to that end, you could hit.
She's very happy with it. My goodness, what a marvelous exercise.
What a way to start.
You're supposed to make it look as if it's 40 feet wide instead of 4 inches wide, and that's just what she managed to do there, didn't she?
Yes.
Mary Lou Retton about to go on the uneven bars. Getting all chalked up there.
Now her exercise is made up to accentuate her power.
Waiting on Ekaterina's score.
And the audience getting very impatient at this point.
Here it comes. There it is. A 10.
Perfect 10. What a way for Ekaterina to begin on the balance beam and with a perfect 10. Talk about confidence.
And Mary Lou knows it's a 10. She's looking right down at that part of the arena, and she will need a 9.9 now to maintain that slight lead that she has over Zalbo.
And you can see that she knows she has to concentrate on the unevens, not on the 10.
That's right.
She has power. She's aggressive. Of course, the floor exercise and the vault are her best events, but she doesn't hold back anything on the unevens either.
There's a delay up there for the previous. Oh, here we go, the green light.
She mounts with a half twist to the high bar. There she goes. Right to the handstand, perfect timing. Her knees bent slightly on that reverse hex, but I don't think the judges will take off. They didn't in the previous competition. The giant swing, stomach whip, right to the Retton flip. Her peach basket is right to a handstand. Timing is just right with Mary Lou tonight, so far. Done with a half twist.
Mary Lou. Linda Evans of Dynasty applauding that performance by the little lady from Fairmont, West Virginia.
A real gymnastics enthusiast. That's what Mary Lou does to all of us. She makes us gasp.
Let's take a look at the dismount in super slow motion.
And you can see that the grasp on the bar is so important to hold on hard enough to stay on the event, but to let those hands move around freely enough to execute the moves. And here's her dismount. She goes high above that low bar, gets those hips in the air, makes a half twist, and that is a comb in each dismount.
Mary Lou Retton now. Katerina Szabo has electrified the early rotation here with a perfect 10 on the balance beam, which many consider to be the most difficult piece of apparatus.
And Mary Lou right now getting ready to take off those hand grips and prepare for the balance beam, which is a solid event for her. She rarely misses. She has all her elements down quite strong. And she just got out a great bar routine. And
there it is, and disappointment from the crowd here. It is a
9.85, I think, Jack, if I could see.
9.85. 9.85 for Mary Lou rotation. This was the situation. Mary Lou Retton of the United States and Szabo were tied for the lead. Laura Kutina and Simona Palka were next. And here in the second rotation on tape is Katerina Szabo, tied with Mary Lou Retton now.
Jack, it seems like it's coming down to who is the toughest mentally. This is the third day of competition. One compulsory, one optional out of the way, and now this. And they're a little tired mentally and physically. So this is where they have to stay peaked. And Katerina started with a full-in double back. She was a tiny bit low. Not bad, though, especially for the difficulty level. Interesting floor music was selected to capture the attention of the American people, and it's really hand-clapping music. Showing her flexibility there. This is a fascinating run. Talk about intricate tumbling movement. She does a 1.5 twist, steps out right into another 1.5 to a punch front.
How can you do all that in such a short space of time?
Well, the floor exercise mat is 40 by 40, and you try to take as few steps as possible in the beginning, but get as much power going as possible. The last tumbling run is a round-off back handspring, double back, right on. She stands straight up at the end. What extension.
Kati Szabo, that was her floor exercise on videotape a few minutes ago, and for it she got a 9.95, and that's going to really put the pressure now on Mary Lou Retton, who is yet to come up on her second rotation on the balance beam, which has been our downfall.
Yes, it has. We have to learn to stay a little tougher. Here's Katerina's full in. And you'll see that she pulls it around, but she's just a little bit low with her shoulders. Difficult move. You're doing 2 somersaults, plus you're twisting on the first one. But she holds on to it. That's why she's so good. She's tough. Everything a champion needs. Here's her 1.5 twist. right into a round-off back handspring. She does another one. Has to finish the twist perfectly straight up and down in the vertical position so that she's right in position for that front flip. And of course, this last tumbling run takes an awful lot of endurance. It's a double back. Shoulders go straight up in the air, and she lands it perfectly.
A 9.95 for
Pressuring event and time for Mary Lou.
She needs a 9.95 to keep tied or a 10 to go ahead.
She has been very tough on this event. So far, back walk over right into a back tuck. At one time, this was a difficult event for Mary Lou to be consistent on. She since worked with Bella on this. And that's Bella saying right on. And way to go, Mary Lou.
Clear, straight.
Yep.
There's a front flip.
Okay, too bad. You're down. Fall back.
That's the voice of Bella Caroli, her coach. Former coach of Nadia Comaneci.
As you listen to him talk, you can bet that those same thoughts are going through Mary Lou's mind. When she is in practice, he talks to her just like that. So she can also hear his voice. All she has to do is get ready for her dismount now. Round double back, she stands straight up. Great exercise. Right on, a few tiny little bobbles. But for the most part, that was an excellent routine. Let's take another look. Mary Lou has incredible strength in the legs, as we've said many times. Here's her front flip. Try to stay on that particular move. Hips, shoulders right in line. She does overcompensate a little bit, but she covers it up, and that's important on the balance beam. You try not to let the judges think or know that you've made any mistakes, so you use arm movements to cover up a little bit. And here's her dismount. Watch how she is way above the balance beam, and she opens up almost in a vertical position.
Put your leg to leg and be ready, okay?
Bella Caroli telling her to get ready now. Now, ahead of her are two of her strongest events, aren't they?
That's
the floor
right.
exercise and the vault.
She is home free as far as the floor X and vault are concerned.
So the good competition between Mary Lou Retton and Ekaterina Szabo of Romania, along with Laura Cutina and Simona Palka of Romania, who are very much in it.
And the difference between first and fifth place could be a slight bobble and, of course, a fall. It doesn't take much. So even though she is home free on the floor exercise and on the vault, she can make no little mistakes.
And she's trying to get mentally prepared for that now. As you said, fatigue now becomes a factor. Stamina, they've been at it here all week.
Yes, it's easy to, especially mentally. These women are prepared physically, although 2 days of competition under this kind of pressure can take it out of you. But mentally, you have a tendency to relax a little bit. And once you relax your concentration, you can have a slip-up.
Mary Lou Retton. Oh. We're going to show you the waiting, still waiting.
Her eyes are piercing through that scoreboard. She knows that this is an important mark. If she can stay right at the top, then she knows the last two events she has.
9-8. 9-8-0. So she's going to lose some ground, but not much. She, as we told you, has two of her strongest events coming up in the vault and on the floor exercise. 9-8-0 on the balance beam for Mary Lou Retton.
What a lady with courage. She attacks every event.
Now, a little earlier, right before Mary Lou Retton, Laura Cutina of Romania was on the balance beam.
Now, she maintained confidence and aggressiveness throughout the entire routine. Well, you can see her. She did have trouble on the dismount, which we'll get to in a second, but watch the fluidity in which she does this back handspring into two back layouts. I believe that's what's coming up now. Yes. Oh, no. This one was only one. Little bobble there. This is her full turn. To a little movement on the balance beam. Back bend on the beam. Showing flexibility in the back and the legs. Concentrating on the balance beam. Has to begin with the mount all the way to the time the feet hit the mat. And that's where Laura got into trouble. It was her aerial walkover. That's where that little lax in confidence and mental attitude just got away from her. That leap is a little bit low, and so was that jump. The judges want fullness on every move, with complete split as high as possible. And this is where the problem came in, right here, on our dismount. And this pause is a little bit long. It was. Feet got under her. She was so high, so full of adrenaline that she just held on to her tuck position too long, and her feet got in under her. And that's a 5/10 of a point deduction.
But she manages to stay in fourth place, or third place, rather. Oh, no, fourth place, right behind Simona Palka, her teammate. Let's take a look at it in slow motion.
Okay, here's her back handspring into her back layout. Now you'll see she just had a little bobble right there. She tried to cover it up. When you're in flight over the balance beam, you cannot be a hair off. You can see why this event is so critical. And the level of difficulty is high. Anything can happen. Most gymnasts feel when they get this event over, then they're home free. Laura has very good arm movements. You can tell that she has had ballet.
9.40 is what they gave Laura Coutinho. And at the end of the second rotation, Szabo is 0.15 of a point ahead of Mary Lou Retton in the competition. Szabo of Romania leads Retton of the United States by 0.15 of a point, with Palka of Romania in third and Coutinho in fourth. Now, just a few moments ago while they were warming up, you'll see how dangerous this balance beam can be. It is the most difficult of all the apparatus for the women, but watch this.
You saw she was doing a double back. What a terrible injury. She hurt her back.
Heine of West Germany. They carried her off, but we don't know yet the extent of that injury, but...
that 1 foot off the beam.
Now on tape, here is the second vault of Julianne McNamara. The women get 2 vaults and, of course, keep the highest.
And it was a full twisting Sukahara. She landed much higher than the first vault with no steps.
9.95 for Julianne McNamara. And coming up next on the vault, Ekaterina Szabo, the leader.
Ekaterina got a perfect 10 on her vault in the team competition. And this crowd is going crazy for Julianne. She hit both vaults. The second was much better.
Ekaterina is ready.
Ekaterina does the same vault as Julianne, except in the pike position. Good direction. What a landing.
Oh. Another good one for Szabo.
She has been on all night, hitting every event, as we said, mentally tough. Has competed in many international meets. Let's take another look at that vault. Speed is so important. She wants a ricochet effect off the horse. Her arm should be straight as she pushes off. Good position in the air. Good position on the landing as well. Slight step back, but she really didn't step too much, so they're not going to take off here. Body is straight position over the horse. And you can see that she's trying to stay in a straight line directly behind that horse, which she's had trouble in the past with.
9.90 for Szabo's first vault.
If she can get a little more height and distance and not have any extra body movement, then she will get a higher score.
She's the same height as Mary Lou Retton, but weighs 7 pounds less.
And I think it's all in the legs. Concentration. She doesn't have the same speed as Mary Lou.
No.
A little bit lower. She won't receive more than a 9.9 for that. It wasn't quite as good as the
another look at it, Kathy.
Okay, the speed here is very important. Those arms moving quickly, the legs up, good position on the horse. She didn't get quite as much distance away from the horse as she should. If your timing is not exactly on, if you don't have that speed going forward, it's difficult to get the distance. It looks like she was a little bit too much on the front side of the horse instead of on top of it a little bit more. And she didn't quite grasp both legs together. She had one hand holding on.
9.8, so she'll keep the first one, 9.9. That's for the leader, Ekaterina Szabo of Romania. The Romanians are first, third, and fourth coming into this rotation. And at the vault now is Kelly Wilson of Australia.
Kelly has her own little stuffed animal that she keeps right on her chair. I wonder how many of the athletes have little good luck pieces with them. This has been a great opportunity for the Australians. Full on, handspring off. Except for the boycott, they would not have been able to be here. They had to be in the top 12 as a team to be able to compete in the Olympics. And here is Ma Yang-hung on the uneven bars a few minutes ago. This lady got a 10 earlier in the team competition, has been world champion on this event. Tough competitor. That was a reverse hecht we just saw. She went right into a clear hip. Look at the toe point, hecht, half twist. She has one intricate move after another, and she swings well, which is one of the requirements. Little pike on that handstand. And this dismount will blow you away. It's called a hecht with a back flip with a full twist. Incredible spring off the bar.
Perfect 10 again for Ma Yan-hong. We're back live now, and we're looking at Laura Kutina and the floor exercise.
As we saw in the team competition, she has a unique routine, choreographed so well. Playful, theatrical type of music. She begins also with a full-in double back. That's the kind of landing you want to have.
This is one of her great strengths, the floor.
She doesn't seem to grow tired in this event. Has nice endurance. And as we said in the team competition, she will answer phones. She will do all kinds of antics. And her second tumbling run. Down off back handspring, 1.5, triple twist there. And all of the Romanian women have been very strong mentally.
The Australian girl we saw a moment ago, Kelly Wilson, got a 9.2 for that vault.
Actually, I have mixed up Pauka's routine with Kutina. She actually has more of the balletic style, which she has practiced a great deal. You watch her in warm-up. She works on the ballet. Double back. More of the elegance of Teresheva.
Laura Kutina of Romania. She's in fourth place coming into this rotation.
Let's watch that full-in double back. This is where the gymnast does a double back and does the full twist on the first back flip. You can't run too far, because if you do, you have a tendency to step out. It's difficult tumbling run to control. You have to go up, complete the first twist and the first back flip before your feet even get to the vertical position. And she holds on to it a little bit low there, but she didn't touch her hands. Not too big a deduction, maybe a tenth. She takes quite a few steps, actually, for her last tumbling run. And does a double back. She's very high on it. And no problem there.
Only 16 years old, and there it is, 9.9 for Laura Kutina, and she is doing herself a lot of good here.
And there's her coach, pretty proud.
And we'll be back with more Olympics in just a moment. Foley Pavilion on the UCLA campus for women's gymnastics, the all-around competition in rotation number 3. In a few moments, Mary Lou Retton will be going on the floor exercise. A few moments ago on videotape, this was Simona Pauka on her vault.
And Simona over-rotated her vault, and she sat, and you can see that her legs were apart on the very beginning, and she just couldn't hold on to it. She has another chance to do the vault. The best of the two counts.
Well, here's Simona in third place after 2 rotations. She got in here because Agaki, who is considered one of the top gymnasts in Romania, fell off 2 of the apparatus and didn't make it here to the final, or for the all-around. And here comes Simona with some very nice scores.
And Simona has not had major international competition under her belt, and yet she has, as you say, Jack, performed incredibly well. Waiting for the judges now, and it looks like there's a bit of a conference.
Girls get 2 vaults, they take the best. Men only get 1.
And of course, the successful vaults begin with a strong run. They explode off the horse and the board and get their feet up and over their head. And you can see that the lady to the left of your screen is Madame Simonescu, who is Romanian, and she is arguing some points here. Sharon Valley, Sharon Weber from the United States.
I think what we're taking a look at it in super slow motion.
You can see that her knees bent right in the very beginning. She was probably either on the wrong foot or her takeoff was just off in some way. She looked high enough to continue the vault, but just didn't have the speed to get all the way around. She was pulling those legs to her chest as hard as possible. In fact, she overdid it just a little bit, and that caused her to over-rotate. Tried to hold on to it, but there's no way when you are rotating that quickly.
We get some idea of the depth of the Romanian women just here tonight. They have that great gymnastics center in Deva, which was the legacy of Nadia Comaneci. And they're producing marvelous women gymnasts.
With the great inspiration of Nadia.
There's Mary Lou Retton waiting to go on the floor exercise. Simona Palka warms up by doing some backflips. Keep loose, waiting for the score. Mary Lou doesn't look as effervescent as usual tonight, to me, for some reason.
Well, I think with that first 10 that Szabo received, it really has to knock you out a little bit. She did 2 good routines on the uneven bars and balance beam, but this is her event. The floor exercise. She plays with the crowd. She opens with a double layout, higher than anyone in the competition, and only one of 2 doing it in this Olympics.
9.30 for Simona Palka's first vault. Mary Lou Retton gets the green light. She's ready. She is trailing Katerina Szabo by 0.15 of a point.
Because of her great difficulty in this event, there's a lot of risk. 9 times out of 10, she'll hit the routine perfectly. I think we've all come to expect that from her. Here it is, a double layout. And she is on. There's a dose of energy from Mary Lou. Wasn't enough. Her next tumbling run is a full twisting double back. This is what she had trouble in on the team competition. Let's see if she hits it. And she's there! Oh, very nice.
Palka got 9.9 on her second ball. Mary Lou on her way to a nice score if she maintains this.
If she can get her last tumbling run perfect. And this crowd knows what to expect from Mary Lou. Here it is. Round off that handspring. Double tuck. What a gymnast. The strongest legs in the entire competition.
Mary Lou. How do you do? If she were a tourist attraction, she'd be Niagara Falls, I think.
I think you're right.
Wow. Take a bow, Mary Lou.
And all the flags are waving.
Here's our second tumbling move.
For most of the gymnasts, this full and double back was their first tumbling move because it takes so much endurance and strength. And obviously, we've said many, many times, Mary Lou's incredible thigh and leg strength is what propels her into the air. Look at the position. She's almost laid out on that move. Right at the edge of the mat. She did not step out. She's inside the 40-foot square. And that was a tremendous full and double back.
There's Bela Karogi, her coach. They're waiting.
No base, don't be ready, sir. All right. There is no way.
Because there's no way that she shouldn't get a 10.
Well, that's it, a 10. Yes, Mary Lou, a 10.
Finally for Mary Lou on this event.
That's it. That's it.
Woo! Listen to Bela.
I don't know who's happier.
Fantastic.
Standing ovation here at Pauley Pavilion for Mary Lou Retton. That pulls her within 0.05 of a point of Szabo for the lead.
And the battle's on. Mary Lou has her best event coming up, although how can you do better than a 10? On vaulting, she nailed a 10 in the team competition. The pressure is now on Ekaterina Szabo.
All right, we'll be back with more excitement from the women's all-around competition at Pauley Pavilion, and the all-around is really close. You're looking at Ekaterina Szabo of Romania, who is leading by 0.05 of a point over this young lady, Mary Lou Retton, who is in second place. The gold is between the two of them. The bronze pretty much now belongs to Simona Pauka. Now, Mary Lou is on the vault, which is one of her strong events. Ekaterina is on the uneven bars, which is not one of her strong events.
No, she has to struggle on this event. She doesn't move and swing as fluidly as she should. However, if she gets aggressive with it and she keeps all her form and everything under control, then she can do very well.
17 years old at the Olympic Games, but a lot of pressure here. Coming into the final rotation for a gold medal in the all-around. Just about ready to go. Here's the rundown. Floor exercises have started, as you can hear from the music, but they're still warming up on the uneven bars.
Julianne McNamara is on the bar warming up at this point.
Ekaterina will be first off.
She's been under this kind of pressure before. She's faced the Soviet Union, the German Democratic Republic. She knows what it's like, and she knows how to handle it.
An awful lot to learn when you're 17 years of age.
Yes.
Mary Lou Retton, very close to a gold, just 0.05 of a point away, and that is just a tremble or a little misstep here.
Well, if she can land her vault without any steps, and you can have no body movement, extra body movement, she has that 10 almost sewed up. Nobody gets the height or the distance that Mary Lou does on vault.
Now Szabo getting chalked up. We'll prepare the bar for her. Or the bars. Water and chalk.
As we were talking, Jack, you were saying there's a lot of pressure on the judges, and that's absolutely true. They want to make sure that they give the exact right score.
Yes, they have a pressure situation.
Here's a vault over the low bar. There was a little hop with the hands there, but no deduction. Handstand front, right into a front somi. She missed that in practice, held on to it there, and is moving quite well so far.
Oh.
1.5 twist, double leg shoot through, putting everything she has into it. You can tell that she's controlling this routine. Getting ready for her dismount now. Double fly away, stand straight up. Mary Lou has her work cut out for her on the vault.
A very strong and steady performance here by Ekaterina Szabo.
This is the 1.5 twist made popular by the head judge, actually, Torisheva. It's a 1.5 twist. Her feet come off the bar. Watch her arms now. They have to remain on top of the bars. And she grasps. She's very close to the side of the bar. She has to readjust herself so that she doesn't hit the guy wires there. And she's holding on. You can see it in her face. And let's take a look at that double flyaway. She needs to get the speed going here. She needs a lot of height. She should be above that high bar. And here she goes. Lands almost in the vertical position. A little step there.
And here's the score coming up. 9.9. So if Mary Lou can hit a 10, she will win.
And she's capable. She hit it in the team competition. I'm sure she's holding her breath now, knowing what she has to do.
She's got a long wait, doesn't she?
She
now?
certainly does.
First off here, Mary Lou goes off about 5th.
It's a long wait for both gymnasts.
All right, over at the vault. This is Laura Kutina, first vault.
Half on and a full twist. Tsukahara with a full twist. Very high in the air. She received a 9.9 for that vault, and she's getting ready for her second vault.
Now her second one.
And it will be the same vault. As we said, a successful vault really begins with a strong accelerated run. It really is the basics to the entire vault. Timing of the feet going over the head and a good push-off. Little step there, but not bad. She got height and distance, just what the judge is looking for. I'm sure she would have liked to have not had any body movement.
16 years of age. Pretty face and a bright future for this young lady, Laura Kutina.
She's really been one of the strengths of the team. Position in the air is good. She gets really more distance than she does height. And the judges do award a little bit more for the distance.
Well, she had the 9.9 on the first vault, and waiting. Tell you that Mary Lou needs a 10 to win the gold medal, or a 9.95 to tie. 9.85 for Laura's second, so she'll keep the 9.9.
With her, Christina Gregoris.
We'll be going to local news as close to 11 o'clock as possible. So looking at Bonnie Whitmire from Canada.
As Bonnie gets ready for her vault. Canada is continually building their gymnastic team. It has been a popular sport since the 72 Olympics with Olga Korbut, as it started in the United States. They haven't come quite as far as the U.S., but there's a handspring front. Little hop there on the end. And that actually is worth only a 9.8 in the code of points. So the judges will deduct from that point, not from a perfect 10. So you can see that she got good height. She should have had her feet out in front of her just a little bit more because she held on too long, and that caused her to over-rotate slightly.
Now Bonnie has another vault, and then Natalie Davies of Great Britain, and then Mary Lou Retton. And she gets 9.60. 9.60 for Bonnie Whitmire. We'll be back to Pauley Pavilion in a little while. Pauley Pavilion in this final rotation, waiting to see who's going to win the gold, Romania or the United States. Caterina Szabo of Romania is finished. We're waiting for Mary Lou Retton of the United States, who needs a perfect 10 in the vault to win, or a 9.95 to tie. And Simona Poca of Romania, who is in third place right now, is about ready to go on the uneven bars. Part of the great depth in these Romanian women. Here's Mary Lou. She's up next in the vault. And the girl you saw that fell off the balance beam, Elke Heine of West Germany, is in the hospital. She has a hyperextended back, but is all right, is what we're told.
And I think very lucky.
And another little scratch today. One of the Chinese girls, Wu Jinli, dislocated her elbow and had a scratch. What a disappointment that is. In these 2 weeks, every 4 years. Mary Lou's stall walking again.
That's right. She's pacing back and forth. She knows she can hit that 10. She's done it before many, many times. She has 2 chances, so the odds of her doing it are very great.
Finally have the green light on the vault, so Natalie Davis of Great Britain is ready for her first vault. And a red light over on the uneven bars. And now that has gone green, and Simona Palka is ready on the uneven bars.
What a surprise for the Romanian team. The first world competition is right here at the Olympics. She started with a straddle over the low bar. The lady doesn't give away points. She works with a loose body. Here's her half twist front flip. Very smooth. Doesn't get a great deal of swing, but she has the difficulty. Half twist. Here she goes, getting ready for a dismount now. She moved from one bar to the other very well. Nice routine. Not quite the swing, but no big form break.
Simona Palka is in 3rd place coming into this rotation with a comfortable lead over Lara Kutina, her teammate. Mary Lou is still waiting. The red light is still on the vault. She's at the starting line, but we'll wait with her. Remember, she needs 9.95 to tie, a 10 to win.
Mary Lou has been mentally tough throughout the entire competition. She's had one pressure after another, watching Ekaterina get 10s before her. And I hope she has her wings on today for this vault.
Well, she has to keep her 9.90. And that will keep her for the bronze in 3rd place. Finally, the score goes up on the vault, and Mary Lou will be ready in just a moment.
She does what is called a layout Sukahara with a full twist.
There is the green light.
The distance she gets on this particular vault is about 22 feet.
She has 2 vaults, remember. Oh, boy. Yes!
She has done the best vault of her life. She knows what she's done now. Full twisting Sukahara.
Don't worry about it. That is Olympic champion.
Bela Karodi, hear him?
And the crowd is on their feet. What a moment for American gymnastics.
That's the 10. That's the 10. Dați-o, doamnă, să dai egalitate.
I think if they don't give her a 10 here, the judges may fear for their life.
That's right. They will tear the roof apart.
Boy, she landed. There it is.
She did it.
10, the gold medal. The gold medal goes to Mary Lou Retton. Oh, what a party they'll have in Fairmont, West Virginia tonight.
Good God. Fantastic. Fantastic.
She has another ball, and she's going to take it, huh?
Well, if she does the same thing, she does.
It was no accident, folks, huh?
Just to prove it.
Oh, look at this. He's not tired now.
No.
Oh, what a tightly wrapped package of explosives. Mary Lou Retton.
All the time and effort away from the family, Mom and Dad, it was all worth it.
Another 10. They gave her a 10 on the second one, too.
Go upstairs one more time.
it. The second place finisher, very disappointed, obviously, and understandably so. A marvelous gymnast.
Two champions.
I have a feeling that Katy Szabo and Mary Lou Retton are going to be having many duels in the years to come.
You're absolutely right. Actually, the World Championships are coming up right after this.
And again, Ekaterina Szabo came so close.
And it all comes down to that 9-3 on the uneven bars when she fell.
Good. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So for Bela Karody, it's rather a closed circle, too. Nadia Comaneci's coach for those great years, and now Mary Lou Retton's coach.
And I'm sure he's feeling the same thing he felt with Nadia.
And he also coached this young lady when she was a small girl. Well, here's the one that did it for Mary Lou Retton in super slow motion.
Those legs are what get her around. Look at this punch. She gets all the way turned, halfway around, lays that body straight as a pencil. Look at those legs. No separation whatsoever. Way above the horse. And there is no movement on this landing. She just sticks it.
She doesn't have much to land on either. She's got size 3 foot. There she is, the new darling, Mary Lou Retton of the United States. The gold.
That we saw here tonight, Nadia, what was going through Ekaterina Szabo's mind? You've been in the same situation. Was it difficult for her, the pressure?
Yes, I think that was very difficult for Ekaterina to compete. But I think that Ekaterina Szabo was the best today. But because she failed on bars today before, she lost the gold medal at this Olympic Games.
Do you wish that you were back out there yourself?
Yes, I hope.
Nadia, come in.
Trumpets announcing the fanfare, which will usher in the award ceremonies. Here are the final standings. And Julie Ann McNamara pulled herself up from 6th to 4th with this marvelous routine on the uneven bars.
Julianne has the best swing in the competition. She moves from one bar to the next with great difficulty, as you can see on her mount. She twists, she releases the bar. Here's one release. Right on. And her legs horizontal to the bar as she swings. She makes every move look so simple. And that's the secret of gymnastics. And there's her dismount. Front with a half twist, and she nailed it for the perfect 10.
And that perfect 10 took her into 4th place. We're back live now as the gymnasts enter once again. Still coming up, we're going to have action in women's volleyball, which has been very exciting. But right, U.S. against China. There's Mary Lou and Katy. One of the ironies here is that on the vault, the last rotation in which Mary Lou won with her perfect 10, the chief judge was a Romanian.
That must have been an interesting moment for that judge. Of course, she didn't have anything to do with the scoring unless there was a discrepancy, and there obviously wasn't.
There are the medal winners. The award presentations will be made by Dr. Edward Hay, representing the International Olympic Committee, and the president of the FIG Women's Technical Committee, Ellen Berger. There is the gold.
Medaille d'or. avec un total de 79,175, représentant les États-Unis d'Amérique.
Winner of the gold medal, scoring 79.175, representing the United States of America, Olympic champion Mary Lou Retton.
Flash bulbs going off here. Bursting stars.
All the
Avec un
effort, all the
total de
time.
79,125, représentante de la Roumanie.
Winner of the silver medal, scoring 79.125, representing Romania, Ekaterina Szabo.
Championship.
Médaille de bronze, avec un total de 78,675, représentant la Roumanie.
Winner of the bronze medal, scoring 78.675, representing Romania, Simona Pauca.
Marvelous hand for her from this Pauley Pavilion crowd.
I think they all realize how much each one of these women fought for the medals. And a surprise for Romania, Simona.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America.
Mesdames et messieurs,